Sup traders, welcome in. How y'all doing? In this video, we're going to be talking about using relative strength in asset selection to pick the best assets to trade. The data shows that you can run the same system on different assets and get wildly different results. If you have a long only system, you want to be long the strongest assets. If you have a short only system, you want to be short the worst assets, and either can do poorly in an asset that just ranges. So we're going to be using relative strength to help try to pick which assets to trade. So if this is your first time joining us, welcome in. My name is Travis. I've been trading for 4 years, and I create highly profitable trading systems that turn into computer and algo testings over time. But it always starts with theoretical top-down. And if you're rejoining us, welcome in. Much love. Trav here. So I'm always a fan of split testing anything in life. Let's take a look at this. So here's the strategy tester for my flagship Market Timing Pro system. I'm not here to sell you this system. I'm just showing you we're going to split test on assets. So the green line is our performance and the blue line is buy and hold. So we're actually beating buy and hold ETH from like $13 a coin, which is incredible. And also, we are doing really well on Bitcoin, way outperforming. But what happens if we take a terrible performing asset like internet computer? Okay, we blew up. This is the error that we're getting. We blew up our account. Let me put the order size way down and see what happens. Um, okay, well, we actually outperform buy and hold, which is pretty incredible. We're actually, this looks almost like a glitch, but supposedly we made 165% compared to losing. So I was trying to find something where we actually lost money, but I mean, making 165% is still not very good compared to what we were doing otherwise. Here's XRP. Okay, XRP we beat buy and hold, right? But we only made 43% in how many years? Going back 5 years. So my point here is look at XRP. We make 43% in 9 years. But if we trade, I don't know where we can see Bitcoin for just 9 years. But for Bitcoin, okay. With the same risk setting on now, we're making 2000% or whatever. So what am I trying to get at? I'm trying to tell you that we just split tested, showing you that the system matters. Or sorry, the asset matters. Selecting the right asset really matters. So here we have a long only strategy and we want to trade the strongest assets. I also have a short only strategy and I want to trade the worst performing assets. How do we do it? Well, one of the ways is through something called, let's look at Bitcoin and compare it to um, maybe the NASDAQ. So this, I'm using this indicator right now. It's not my own and it's a public indicator, relative strength of a stock. It lets you compare the asset that you're looking at to any kind of stock or any kind of other ticker. So let's look at, um, for instance, let's look at Bitcoin versus the NASDAQ. So you can see, let's put it on the weekly. It's not really what it used to be, but it's still, you can see the relative strength. It was, you really want to, generally is relatively strong compared to the NASDAQ, right? In this bull run, way outperformed the NASDAQ. As it started to decline, it underperformed, and then it spent a while under the line. Bull market, usually when price reclaims the line, starts to overperform, that can be a sign of a bull market. And when price really starts to decline towards the line, that can be a sign of a bear market. So what are we seeing now? We're seeing it's really underperforming compared to the NASDAQ. But now let's get into crypto itself. So let's look at the total crypto market cap. The idea is, say that we want to look for shorts here in crypto. So let's do this. Let's go to, I'm going to hide drawings. Let's go to Bitcoin and let's go look at the, compare it to total crypto market cap. Okay. So Bitcoin kind of is the total crypto market cap, but it's on the daily. Let's drop down to a lower time frame. Say that we're looking for shorts. We want to find the weak one, right? Bitcoin isn't really weak. Okay, let's look at ETH. ETH appears to be perhaps relatively strong. It's maybe regaining this line. Let's look at OHM. So what we're interested in is not just, yeah, the time frame we look at it matters. So let's drop to the 1 hour. See how we're in a decline, right? Turn off the drawing. Okay. Let's look at TON. TON has shown relative strength, but is starting to possibly decline. Okay. Floki. So, right, when this is in decline and breaking this level, perhaps this is a good time to short, if you want to short, right? We're talking about asset selection right now. This isn't computer backtested, this isn't computer modeled, this is discretionary, but this is where these ideas and theses start, and we can turn this into computer backtesting later. Okay, this one, we're looking for a real outlier. People, it looks weak. It's weak compared to the total crypto market. It's been making just sort of declining, right? So I'm paying attention to that. WIF has actually been weak for a while, right? It was really strong. It was extremely strong during this rally, way overperformed, but recently has been underperforming. NOT has been relatively strong, right? It's coming up and reclaiming the relative strength or the zero line. So where it's green is it's overperforming. Where it's red, it's underperforming. So if you were looking to long one, NOT seems like a pretty good choice. I'll come back to that one. BNB, as price started to dump, as we lost this line. So, I mean, look, this could have been a sign possibly to short, to sell right in this area because of the weak relative strength. Solana's shown a lot of relative weakness recently. Selling in here might have been all right. Yeah, I mean, it would have worked well locally. Here's another example, Pixel as it came in. It showed weak relative, it started to lose its relative strength before this drop even came in. So that could have been a good one to sell possibly based on that. Mu. High is starting to show relative strength, or the relative weakness is disappearing. But yeah, it's kind of interesting stuff, right? So Jasmine had been a really strong one, but had been becoming relatively weak. Let's go out in the daily time frame. Maybe 4 hours better. Let's play with the settings a little bit. Period. 123. That seems like too much. I want to play it with it and put it to 10. On the daily. Yeah, if we want to put it on the daily, we want a lower period. Okay, so we can see this spurt's over, relative weakness now. We'll try 20. So there's a couple ways we can look at it in the period. If it's declining, it's weak, or if it's under the line, it's also weak. Arkham AR has been quite weak. It hit the line on this day, right, and has been negative, underperforming. Total 3 has been weak compared to Bitcoin, but maybe we'll recover. Pepe is losing its relative strength, so Pepe is maybe a weak one. I mean, it's been relatively weak, right? Ondo has been relatively strong this whole time, but is showing signs of weakness. Bonk. Doge has been relatively weak for a while. Yeah, so I mean, there's patterns here. When there's extreme outperformance, it's usually followed by underperformance. Now, what we can also do is let's look at the investment assets and compare them to crypto, gold. See, gold was really overperforming for a while, starting to come back. Nasdaq's been overperforming locally. Okay, these are coming back up. Nvidia has been way outperforming. So the idea is, if I want to be a seller in the market, I want to find something that's relatively weak. I want a downward trending line. I want to be in the red, right? If I'm going to buy something, I want an upward trending line, a line that's in the green. Just maybe it's just crossing over. So this is yeah, help you get on the right track of trading uh, the right the right asset. So yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments, and yeah, appreciate you. That's a little helpful tool you can use.